Welcome to my channel where I cook and speak with my broken English, but the food tastes amazing. Today's recipe is one of those secret recipes that my grandmother used to make. We're going to make the roasted pork, but we're going to pre-cook it in the stove, and then we're going to put it in the oven. This is the trick that my grandmother used to make a juicy roasted pork, juicy in the inside but crunchy in the outside. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Help me out. Come on, help me out. Help this lady, please. And I hope that you enjoy this recipe. Let's go straight to it. Have a 8-pound pernil. I already cleaned it off with vinegar and lemon. What I'm going to do before I season it is that I'm going to partial remove the skin, right? Because what you want to do is remove the skin so you could add the seasoning. And the way I'm going to make this pernil is the way my grandmother used to do it, where she used to and you just go around it. And now over here you try to make the incision near the bone, right? Because it's like the center. You make sure you flip the knife, right? I'm sorry, I was just measuring the black pepper, and some of the dust from the black pepper went inside. You see how I made that incision? So because we're gonna be putting seasoning through there. And you could wear gloves if you don't feel comfortable using your bare hands. I will wear gloves sometimes, and sometimes I don't. In order for me to show you what I'm doing correctly, I have to not wear gloves, because sometimes the glove is not going to allow me to demonstrate what I want to demonstrate. And when I was a kid, and my mom would cook, and I would say I want to use gloves, she would say, no, you need to feel the meat. You gotta feel the meat. So I'm feeling the meat, but you could wear gloves if you want. I just have to do a lot of cleaning on my hand later on with some vinegar and soap, so I don't smell like oregano. So this part of the pernil is kind of thick, so you're gonna make another incision. Never make it like this, because otherwise you're gonna rip it off. But if you make it sideways, your pernil is gonna stay intact, because you don't want to destroy it. You have to not, because this is the part that has like different layers of the pernil, so you want to make sure that, see, I made one incision here, one here, and one here next to the bone. And then you come here, there's like another bone in there, so I'm not touching it. So what I'm gonna do right now is to mix in a bowl the dry seasoning, okay? The dry seasoning. And the dry seasoning, I'm gonna make it very simple, but with natural ingredient. I have 2 teaspoons of black pepper, and I have 3 teaspoons of adobo Goya. I'm not promoting any brand. I like to use it because instead of using salt, I will be putting a little salt in. tasting it, right? It tastes salty. So that means that it's gonna have enough salt. That's why I added from the adobo. Because you do not want to have a pernil with no salt on it. You have to taste the salt. And now, okay, I'm going to be putting my seasoning, my fresh seasoning that I'm going to be adding to the pernil on the blender. So now I have a small head of garlic. I have half of an Italian pepper. I have 3 pieces. I have half of a big onion. I'm gonna put the onion in the blender. I have culantro, which is cilantro ancho, and I have cilantro. I buy the big stem. When I have to do this, drop in my garlic. And I have three ajicito gustoso, and I didn't take away the seeds because those seeds are going to be adding some good flavor. So there you go. And now I'm going to blend. I have red pepper, green pepper that it was almost turning red. See, some of it is turning. I'm gonna add it to the blender with some lemon juice, fresh lemon juice, and a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And I'm gonna blend it together. I'm going to squeeze the lemon juice. When you're cooking pork, sour orange or lemon juice is the best. Adding citric to pork and add some good flavor to your meat. And now we're gonna add a drizzle of olive oil. And we're going to blend it. So I'm taking sweet orange because I don't like it. I don't like the citric from the this way. Make a little knot. Not too tight. It's not a big deal. And I'm gonna leave it upside down. So the skin is already covered here with the flavor, and when you leave it upside down, I'm gonna leave it upside down tonight. Tomorrow, when I wake up, I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip it, right? See all these parts that have those edges? Guys, this smells amazing. There's nothing cooking with fresh ingredient, and like you guys saw, I did not add a lot of too much seasoning. The dry, which is the adobo and the oregano and the black pepper, and just the fresh ingredient. And that's all you need to have beautiful, nice, flavorful penne. Now I'm gonna cover it up and leave it there for, I'll see you in 3 days. Okay, my people, I had this pernil in the refrigerator for 3 days. And look at this beauty. Look at all the water that the meat had let go by itself. And also not only the cook, but it could get that flavor. And I'm gonna lower the flame because I do not want, under any circumstances, for that skin to get stuck to the pan or to get rusty. I'm gonna put it on low. Now we're going to flip it to the original position. Very careful. And you see that our skin almost got stuck a little bit, but didn't. That's why I put it on low flames, because if I leave it in high flame or medium, the outside skin is very sensitive and it might get stuck at the bottom, and we don't want that because we want to have this crispy part of the pernil. And now I'm going to turn off the stove now that our pernil has cooked on both sides. The 45 minutes have already passed, and now I'm going to transfer into a pan to put it on the oven. Our pernil have been in the oven for 2 hours. Oh wow. Oops. Guys, this smells so good. Wow. It's so tender. Look how a piece just broke. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this gravy and I'm going to put it in a bowl, because later on when you chop your meat, if somebody wants a little bit of this gravy after they remove all the oil, they can just add it to the meat. Some people like the pernil to be in the juicy side. A lot of people, my husband likes to shred it. When it's done, he likes to cut it in pieces and then pour some of this gravy over. For him, I kind of the next day after I make pernil, I like to take the leftover meat and make tacos with it. And if you have a little bit of that sauce, you might be able to, I didn't took all of it, I took half of it. And now we're gonna put it in roasting, sorry. Now we're gonna put it on roasting. And so we have the
You wanna roast on 400?
I'm gonna add now some of the water, right? Because we wanna make sure that we have flavor. And like I said, you do this throughout the baking process. So then like that, your pernil continue to have all that flavor to penetrate through those incisions you made when you were seasoning it. And I have to say, this pernil smells amazing. It's paid off all the hard work when you take a bite, and it's so tender, guys. This meat is so tender. You could look, so soft and tender. And because we had it covered very good, it's not dry or anything. So if you follow this step, I guarantee that you're gonna have the best pernil ever. It's nice and soft, and it's been in the oven for 2 hours. So now it's actually 2 hours and like 20 minutes. 2 hours and 20 minutes. Oh wow, it smells amazing. Okay, I'm gonna put it back on the oven now, but I'm gonna leave it open, not cover. We're gonna put it on the bake, and we're going to put it for 400